Sorry, it's just running out of battery power there. I'll edit this and back it up. So what was I saying? Oh, I've even forgotten what I was saying, sorry. Yeah, well, we're just going to sit this out and run along, sit with it and run along. Our book trader's telling us, can you see those figures there? It's a bit hard, isn't it? There we go. So when you see figures like that, in my book anyway, this is what I figured out for me personally. Not giving you any advice as per se, I'm just saying what I figured out. When that's on the left hand there, to me that's going short, and this is going long, the green. That's how I've set my book trade account up. Even though what I'm saying there is when it's selling, people want to sell high, so that will drag the price up. When people are buying, they want to buy low. That's how I place my trades anyway. If I want to buy, I want to buy low. If I want to sell, I want to sell high. Like you would anything, just as you would, buying a car or buying a house. You want to buy it in a low price and you want to sell it in a high price. Same with the trading. That's all it is. Simple. So buy low. If these numbers here are lower than the selling ones there, then my figuring is that it's going to drag the price up. If this selling figure here is higher than the buying, then my price is going to go up. So there's more people here at 203 than 183, and it flicks around all the time. If they start getting a bit even, then you think you might start thinking it's going to turn. But see, that's still a bit higher, so I think the price is going to actually go higher, because people are still selling off and they're trying to get a high price. Where people are still trying to buy, the amount of people trying to buy is lower than the amount of people that are trying to sell. So I use that as my indicator. You can see there, that's the ES, same principle there. Let me zoom out a bit more for you. So the same principle there, and these numbers can be more extreme in different products, but all these indexes are virtually the same product, if you like, just different variations of. But once again, see, everybody's selling off, so it's going to drive the price higher. Everybody's trying to buy lower, but there's a smaller amount of people trying to buy lower as opposed to the amount of people trying to sell off. I don't use it a lot for the Forex, even though I do have it there as an indicator, because I find Forex is pretty much even Stephens, and if you can see the figures there, they pretty much are even Stephens, even though this Australian dollar is still running long. Here we go. If you look at this, it's the YM book trader. So once again, oh look, I need to zoom out for you to do it a bit so you can see a bit better. Okay, so there you go. See, there's less people buying and more people selling, so it's going to bring their price higher, which is what it's happening there. See right there? It's bringing the price higher. Okay, so that's just a little lesson there for on the book trader, how that works and how I've figured out it works. And rule of thumb, it usually serves me pretty well. I can just use that as another indicator to just let me know which way the market is actually trading. Because these charts, I mean, to me it looks obvious there. You can see that it's going long. It's fairly obvious, but it is a lagging indicator. So this book trader here is the actual indicator of what is really happening. To me, that's what it explains to me. Whether that means anything to you could be a different story. But if you look at it and you study it, I think you might have to agree. Okay, so we're still waiting here. We're really fluffing around. It's actually sort of going a bit sideways, really, isn't it? You can just see that. But the book trader's telling me it's going to go up, so I really want to sit tight. There's another green candle there. You can see that one coming there now. I really want to sit tight and not make any rash decisions at this stage, because I basically think the market's going long. There's a lot of light there, isn't there? I don't quite know what's going on there. Where's my cursor? I always lose it with all these screens. Let's just go on to the 1 day. Have a look at the basic trend. There you go. there's your basic trend. See, I did play around a bit here and here, try to make a little bit of profit here while I was sitting here and trying to nut out my paperwork, but then we are going long. So we are getting 2 reds there, so I just want to watch that. I can touch base with you shortly, not bore you to tears just watching and waiting, which I do a lot of. But I just find I just do other things while I'm actually watching the market moving. I don't just sit here blindly watching it. I keep glancing at it, and I might go out of the room and come back in and so on. But excuse me, I always try to do a bit of paperwork and try to keep up to date with other things that I need to do in my life other than trading, like a new venture. Just put a offer in on a new retail shop, what would you call it? So we will find out what happens there, see how the landlord responds to my not so much my offer, but more the nature of business that I want to conduct within his premises. So it'll be an interesting exercise. I think I just have to look at it that way and not get too hung up, because I don't really want to be too disappointed, and I'm always expecting the negative. If I always expect the negative, then when the positive comes, it's a lot more rewarding. So yeah, if you think it's going to be no and it is yes, well, it really makes you fluff up a bit, doesn't it? Okay, so what I'm really trying to do here now with my account, sorry, coming back to my trading, I'm drifting off a little bit there. What I'm really trying to do with my account here is actually get myself into a position. You can probably see here I've got this other order that I would have gone in long at, what's this one? I don't even look at the figures, to be honest. I'm very very casual when it comes to all that sort of thing. But anyway, what is it? 15500 I would have gone in at, and now it is at 15513. So there's my order there. Actually, it's sitting right there. That's where I would have gone in if I could have afforded to with the size of account. Where's my cursor? Here it comes. Here it comes. I'm finding it. It's on one of these screens. There it is. There it is. So okay. Whoa. Sorry. Let's show you here. So here it is. There we go. There was my order. So I would have come in here. This is where I said I wanted to go long. This is where I would have come in here, and then we would have got that straight up there. Beautiful. Okay, so we're mellowing out here. Market's just saying, what are we doing? What are we doing? See those numbers? Here we go. There's an example. See those numbers? Oh, shivers. Sorry, I don't want to zoom in. That's what I want to do. I want to go wider. Sorry. Okay. See those numbers? See that they are, there we go. That's getting higher, which means that people are buying lower, which will drive that price down, and people are selling off. Less people is what I'm trying to say. Less people are selling off, more people are buying lower. So I think that's going to drive that price down. But over here with NQ, we've got the opposite happening, so I still have to use that as an indicator too. I still think the NQ is going to go up. We're just having a bit of a plateau. I do find around 12 o'clock my time things start to happen or not happen, but there we've got 212 people selling, or parcels, whatever you want to call them. I'll call them people selling, and we've only got 182 buying. So I think the market's still going to go up, but I think it's just fluffing around. And you see here in my little other indicators here, see that's my NQ there, it's running 0.27% long from the open. That's what that means there. And the other one's 14% and 16%, so they're all running long. The Oz, that's the Oz one there. the Oz to USD, so it's running 30% long, and the USD CAD is running short. So those are all the things, all the signs that we really want to know to find out, all the little signals that I use with my tools from my platform, which is this IB platform, and this is live, guys. This is called a live account. Okay, this is not simming now. We're in the real business. We're live trading, which I enjoy much better because it's there we go. That's the Aussie dollar. It's how can I put it? A lot more, well, realistic, isn't it? It's the real deal. It's the real deal, as they say. So yeah, I'm really keeping an eye on the Aussie dollar there, and this is the USD CAD is going short. Sorry, that sun, I could close the blinds, but that's going definitely short. You can see that there. So while that's going short and this is going long, it means that my indexes are going to be going long. So they're just having a bit of a standstill at the moment, which, you know, would be always nice if it just did what you wanted it to do, but that's what the market does. It does what it wants to do, and we just have to play along with it. Okay, so I'm going to stop boring you with that. That's the situation. We'll come back. I'll download this now for you, and we might hopefully have time to blog again later on in the day. And as I say, I haven't been blogging for a bit, but here we go. And I miss it. I do miss blogging, not blogging. I like to talk to you guys, share what's happening in my trading world. A little bit of my own personal life comes into it, why not? I find it interesting watching other people's YouTube channels and their vlogs. I hope you find it interesting listening to mine. You can always subscribe, and then that way you can follow me and see how we go with our little trading account of $3,000. I mean, that is small. You know, a nice sized trading account would be 100,000 or 50,000 or even 20,000. 20,000, I'd be happy with 20,000. So I really am, you know, how can I put it, trying to do this as an example for you guys, because I know that, you know, just like myself, there's, you know, you have to be in a really good financial situation to, you know, feel comfortable to have, well, especially $100,000. I mean, maybe not $20,000 for the average person. $20,000 maybe is not, you know, it doesn't seem like a lot to the average person maybe. But I don't think my phone's on the receiver there. It's not. Not that anybody's going to ring me, or I want to speak to anybody for that matter. I've got a bit of a phone phobia. When I'm in my office, I don't really want to speak to anyone. I'd rather be by myself and trade singly by myself. I enjoy my own company, so I don't need anybody else's. Anyway, so just subscribe. I would like your company and your comments. And that would be great if you would leave any comments below. You're more than welcome to. Ask me any questions would be great. And that's what I'm spending a lot of my time at the moment on my business Facebook, answering people's questions in regard to my tattoo shop business. And that's the communication I have with the outside world from Monday to Friday at the moment during business hours. So I'd like to have a bit of communication with you guys. Might have to start a Twitter account, hey? I don't know, Twitter and me never seem to get on very well. I don't know what it is. I think it's got something to do with, oh, you know, what is it, passwords and all that jazz. For some reason it seems to be difficult for me. Anyway, come back to that. That's something, another little project I could start up. And I'll let you know what else happens with my other projects as time goes along, but this one at the moment is, well, obviously important to me. And if you subscribe, you can view my vlogging and follow me. So anyway, I'll download this now, and we will come back to you either this afternoon, tomorrow, or whatever time I can. I've got to get the phone. Okay, bye.